Hello everyone and welcome back to Jack's Labs. Today we are going to be doing the slime elasticity lab, but first let's go over the key terms. The first term we're going to be going over is elasticity. Elasticity is the ability of a deformed material to return to its original shape and size when forces cause deformation. Next, we're going to move on to monomers. Monomers are a molecule that can be bonded to other identical molecules, and those form polymers. So, what's a polymer? A polymer is a substance with a molecular structure consisting primarily or entirely of similar units bonded together, or those monomers that we talked about before. Polymers are anything from proteins, DNA, cellulose, and natural rubber, just to name a few. And then the uses of polymers, they're used in synthetic fibers, fiberglass, plastic bags, and in this experiment, especially glue. So that's it for the vocab. Let's move on to the lab. The independent variable is the amount of borax in the slime, and then the dependent variable is the amount of time it takes to reach the floor to measure the elasticity. There's no control in this experiment, and then the constants are the amount of Elmer's glue, amount of water, height dropped from, environment, and then the brand of the borax in the glue, just to keep everything consistent. So first, you're going to need to gather the proper materials. The materials that you'll need are borax powder, three 120 milliliter Elmer's white glue. You'll need a water source, a spoon, a measuring cup, four larger bowls, trash bags to keep things clean, a half teaspoon measuring tool, and then a stopwatch to time your experiments. So first, you're going to pour the glue into the bowl of your choice. Then you're going to use the Elmer's glue bottle or use a measuring cup to fill it either the Elmer's glue bottle all the way up with water or half a cup of water. And then you're going to pour that water into the glue while stirring, and then make sure all the water and glue are together. Next, you're going to fill the measuring cup again with 1 cup of water and then pour that into a separate bowl. Pour out 1/2 teaspoon of borax powder and then pour it into the water. You might need to stir a little bit just to dissolve the borax or at least partially dissolve it. Then, once it's all mixed, you're going to pour your glue into the borax slowly while stirring. The stirring is important to make sure that all the glue is able to mix with the borax. Then once all of that's done, you're going to knead the slime and move it around so that it all is able to bond. Take the remaining water and siphon it off into another bowl, and your slime is done. That's all it takes. It's just those simple ingredients, some kneading of the slime, and you got your slime. For this experiment with its 3 trials, you're then going to repeat those steps for 1 teaspoon of borax and 1.5 teaspoons of borax. Now for the testing. You're going to want to place your garbage bags on the floor so then you have no mess. Then, at a height of 3 feet, you're going to take each slime, hold it in your hand, and watch it as it drops to the floor. Make sure to time your experiment. What I did is I recorded it and then watched it back later and was able to see how long it took. And you'll do this 3 times over to see the 3 different times and how elastic your slime is. That's it. This lab is pretty simple. It's a great lab to do to see how polymers and monomers react. It's a very messy lab, but in the end, we got the data we needed. There's one other part to this lab that I didn't test, but was able to make, and that is the fluffy slime. This slime is going to be more like the slime you see on social media. And for this, you're going to need another one of those Elmer's glue bottles. You'll need baking soda, water, shaving cream, not shaving gel, shaving cream, and then you'll need contacts lens solution. The one I used is Equate brand, and it works perfectly because it has the boric acid and sodium borate that you'll need. I'll go over the procedures really quickly. First, you're going to take your glue, put it into a bowl. Then you're going to add a 1/4 cup of water as well as half a teaspoon of baking soda, and then you're going to mix that all up good. Then you're going to add 2 to 3 cups of shaving cream. Then you're going to add 1.5 tablespoons of contacts lens solution. I used a spoon to measure it out, and this is to make the slime not sticky. Then you're going to knead all that up together, and you're done. You have your fluffy slime. This was my favorite one to make because it's fun to play with. The other ones were an odd consistency, but this one's a good consistency. So yeah, once you're all done with that, that's the whole entire lab. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next lab.